sun peeks through the haze, and birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore, morning in America, on just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore, morning in America, on just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey there, Veteran Nation fans. I am talking to you today because I have teamed up with a company that's dedicated to supporting veterans. What they do is they help you gather all the medical evidence that you're going to need to submit a VA disability claim. Now, it's all that is designed to help you get the benefits that you have earned. Right now, more than 17 million veterans don't have their full benefits. And if that sounds something familiar, either for yourself or a family member, now is the time to act. With this company, what they offer is free consultations with the medical team so they can figure out how they can best help you. And what they provide is board-certified doctors with experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical documentation for both physical and mental conditions, and the services that they provide include nexus letters, telehealth evaluations, DBQs, TDIU, aid and attendance, and so much more. What you're going to do is you're going to click the link that's in the description of this video and sign up for a free consultation. Make sure you do me a favor, share this, and also tag a veteran. Let's help more people get every single thing that they have earned.
Hey there, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're having just an awesome, awesome day. I know I am having a good morning. I see baby girl's here. She needs to be welcomed every morning. I also see that we got Hellhound here. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. People are going to slowly make their way in, and we're going to have some fun this morning. Greg, good to see you. Good to see Greg here. Always fun to have Greg. I love Greg's comments. We get the Highlander opinion when Greg's here. I'm sorry. Every time I hear Highlander, I just think of the movie. Good movie. The first one was, at least. The rest of them, I mean, I understand why people like them. They're just not always my thing, and that's okay. Not every movie has to be my thing. I'll watch them. I'm just not going to be a big part of the fandom. In fact, speaking of that, they've announced that for the new Pirates of the Caribbean, uh, Johnny Depp will be in it. He will be in it. He is made up with Disney, but the main star is going to be Margot Robbie, and he is going to be a side character. And honestly, I just don't care. That's a hard pass. Not that she's bad. I just like if you're going to have a triumphant return of Johnny Depp, give us that. Give us that. At least for the first movie back. But, you know, whatever. Whatever. Oh, we got Jemba here. Good morning. Good to see you, Jemba. I see we got Paul here. Good morning. Good to see you, Paul. See? Everyone's getting in here. And this is what I love. The fact that we have a community, we all jump in here, we're all drinking our coffee and just talking. This is what I always wanted for this show. Always wanted a community. I do have I think I've talked about this before. I do have a mobility scooter. And if you know of anyone who needs it, let me know. Because yes, I have a mobility scooter that uh, we want that we can give to someone who, preferably a veteran, because it's coming from a veteran. He said he would like to he would like to go to a veteran, but if we can't find a veteran, then let's just find someone that we can help with it, right? Why would I take off my jammies? I'm comfortable in my jammies. I got my coffee and my jammies. And the kitty's up here, up on his little his tree, looking out the window. Oh, thank you for the flowers, Jim Broke. I do appreciate that. You are so awesome. They're never going to admit they effed up over firing Johnny Depp. Um, I think they have admitted it by bringing him back. There are people who do not want him back. Like, do not want him back at all. But they're retards. And speaking of retarded shit, let's talk about Nancy Mace. So Nancy Mace went and got these stupid tattoos. Okay. And then immediately went on some shows wearing sleeveless shirts showing off her stupid tattoos. And people started talking about them and Popeye in pajamas. And they were talking about her stupid tattoos. So here she posted a titty pic and she was like, "Why are people all up about my tattoos?" Because you're putting them out there, you moron. This woman is an attention-seeking whore. She's an attention whore. And I cannot stand her. This is one Republican, like, oh my God, she is the absolute worst. I remember hearing about her when she was just in high school, suing to attend the Citadel. And that prior to her it was only men. She just wants all the attention. And I'm glad that she didn't win the primary to because I think it was she was going for Lindsey Graham's seat. It was either that or governor, and she lost the primary. And good. Go away. We're tired of your attention-seeking behavior. She entered video of her nude into the congressional record. What? This woman is fucking crazy. The Republican Party needs to find someone to run against her and just be done with this dumb bitch. Skipper, she's a veteran. I don't care. She's an attention whore. You'll never convince me that she did it for love of her country. She did it as a stepping stone. This is one of those women who's just looking to get higher and higher and higher and jump up. And I hated female leaders like this. Why? Because they don't give a shit. I really respect it. Really. And you know what? I'm working with one right now. I'm working with a female Marine right now who uh the Marines are a macho organization, okay? And it's hard for a female to be successful and to thrive in that. And this one does. And she's still very feminine. And I respect that so much because that speaks to how good she is at her job. I wish I could talk more about this Marine later because I have so much respect for her. Like the day she got on deck, or at least like the week she got on deck, she was talking about another Marine that we work with. And she was like, I saw this and this is fucking wrong. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. I love bold leaders who, when they see something wrong, call it out because not everyone does. Not every leader does. Speaking of which, I did put a quote, a really great quote about leadership by Patton, General Patton, yesterday. If you guys should check that out. He was like, "Don't tell," and I wish more managers knew this. Like, this is why, like, if you're a civilian job owner, you really should hire veterans because they have management training. A lot of people in the military know this and respect this, and there's some who do still screw it up, but not as many as what you see in civilian sectors. And that's if you are giving someone something to do, okay? If you're giving someone something to do, oh yeah, that's perfect because all it's showing off is her tits, which is all she wanted people to focus on. And she, at best, she's a 4. She's skinny. Like, her face is nothing. Her personality is a 1. But yeah, if you're giving someone something to do, don't micromanage them. And that was the thing of Patton. He was like, don't tell someone how to do something. Tell them to do something and let them figure it out. And they will impress you with their ingenuity every single time. There are Marines who have taught young Marines who've taught me things that I didn't know. All because I was willing to not micromanage them. If any of you people watching, because I know we got a lot of people, especially on X, watching who just either can't or don't give comments. If any of you guys are in if you're in South Carolina, help me get rid of Nancy fucking Mace. I am so tired of her and her absolute bullshit. It's just ridiculous. Okay, yeah, we got a nice little group watching on X. Thank you guys. I do see you that you're watching. Uh Georgie's probably like, of course he puts up the pictures of the tits. Hey, I know what I like. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, there's a couple of these videos I want to get to. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be down on the women today. There's just women doing stupid shit. Like we called out Nancy for attention-seeking behavior. Let's talk about this one right here. Skank in the world as a U.S. Navy sailor. Some truth to that. There is some truth to that. I'm not going to say it's everybody's experience.
I have decided I'm going to send Lindsay Clancy a letter of encouragement. Of course, I'm not going to mention any.
The woman has admitted to killing her kids. Like, Lindsay Clancy killed her kids and admitted to it, but is only saying, "Oh, I was on all these drugs." She was a stay-at-home mom. Like, being a mom is the hardest job there is. No, it's fucking not. No, it's not. I have never seen a stay-at-home dad kill his kids. She killed her kids to punish her husband. That's what she did. You'll never convince me otherwise. Why would you kill your 3 kids? The only reason Susan Smith, remember Susan Smith, put her kids buckled up in their car, their minivan, and drove it into a lake. The only reason she didn't get a lot of support is because She said she was carjacked and a black guy did it. And white women love being the racial saviors. They love, they're the great white savior to the black people. That's why Susan Smith did not get the support that Lindsay Clancy is doing. But all these women are like, oh yeah, Lindsay Clancy, like she she she, her husband was abusive. That's why she did it. Yeah, okay, she didn't take the drugs, only a few. Okay, if you are taking uh antidepressants, okay, you need to take them for a little bit until your hormones uh, and everything levels out. And taking them infrequently is like playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Stop. She admitted, yeah, she admitted she did it. Why would we not believe her? She admitted that she did it. And all these, oh, he was abusive. Why is she killing the kids? That's the thing. She killed the kids. I have no sympathy for a woman who kills the kids. You're she's trying to punish everybody else in her life. That's why she killed the kids. That's why women refuse to allow dads to see the kids or extended family members. It's punishment. Women see there's so many women out there who are controlling, who see the kids as their property. And they put the kids in the middle and they use the kids. And then when these kids get older, they don't really want to have a relationship with these moms. They might keep one because it's their mom, but they go low contact a lot of times, or they put up very big boundaries. Like, my mom is not going to tell. He did not do it. No. She admitted it, Georgie. She admitted it. These women are all crazy. Like, seriously.
A letter of encouragement. Of course, I'm not going to mention anything about like the case or anything like that, but I did want to write to her and tell her that there are so many women that are out here praying for her.
Crazy
Some
women.
words of encouragement might bring a smile to her. I don't know if she's able to receive any mail or not, but at least I want to try.
Send her crystals. Send her crystals to help her find love and win her trial. I don't know what crystals, what moon rocks you would put in your house to help you win a trial. I didn't even watch this one, but just by looking at the woman, I know we're in for a retarded take. Absolutely, we are.
All right, Lindsay Clancy, let's talk about it. First, what I want to do is establish some facts, because apparently the TikTok legal beagles have a completely different version than the ones that are actually being presented in court. Fact number one. Yes, she has confessed to murdering her own 3 children. This is not up for debate. There is no other argument being presented by her or by her defense team in court. She confessed to doing it, and I'm going to play the opening statement from her lawyer, Kevin Reddington, just so that we can run it back and get this straight in our heads.
She knows that she killed these children.
Number 2, yes, she was heavily over-medicated. These are all of the different
Yeah, this is all the stuff that she had been prescribed. And, like I was talking with my mom, and she was like, the problem I have with this is we used to have the state hospitals, and you used to, like, if you were in a depression or if you were having any type of mental breakdown, they would take you in there, start getting you medicated, and then after you were fully medicated and had calmed down through the initial thing, that's when you were released.
SRIs and antipsychotics that she filled leading up to the murder of her children. But here's the thing. It literally doesn't matter. It does not change what she did, which is she has confessed to murdering her children. Now, I have been entirely consistent on this issue for years. I have always argued that the insanity plea is bullshit. If you are committing a violent crime, you are by definition mentally unstable and unfit to be in society. We already know that. So
I would agree with her in 95% of the cases. 95%. There are I do know there are people who have had blackouts, psychotic blackouts. There, I'm okay with it. But yeah, most times the insanity plea is absolute bullshit.
Therefore, you should be locked up, preferably for the rest of your life, where you can no longer be a threat to yourself and to others. The other thing I want to address here is the completely bizarre number of women who are claiming that postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, postpartum psychosis, whatever you want to call it, is some sort of excuse or offers some sort of explanation as to why she did what she did. Absolutely not. We're not going there. Right. I want you to think about the implications of that argument. That argument essentially implies that because women are experiencing such severe hormonal disruptions in the early months after birth, that we cannot be trusted to control our
behavior. Right here. If they go down, that's what women don't realize. You go down this path and say that, well, that she did that because of postpartum depression. That means any woman with you're now opening the door. Any woman with postpartum depression can now be kept away from her children. Because yeah, if you're gonna say this causes this, guess what? You've opened that door. Do you think women are gonna stand for being kept away from their newborn children because of postpartum depression?
Behavior, our actions, and our decisions. I also do not have any patience for the arguments that this happened because the system failed her or her husband failed her or whatever. Now, I agree completely that over-medicalization is a big problem, especially with SSRIs. But what did you want the system to do for Lindsay that it had not already done? Did you want her doctors to forcibly and mandatorily institutionalize her? Because she checked herself out of a facility and she told them that she wasn't having suicidal ideations. She told them that she was fine. So did you want them to ignore her individual autonomy and just lock her up anyway? The reality is that we as adults are responsible for our decisions, our behavior, and its consequences. Lindsay Clancy is not the victim here.
Yep.
Her children are.
Yep.
The children that she strangled to death.
The children and all the family members who loved those children are the victims.
Are the victims here. Those of you arguing otherwise by simping for Lindsay, maybe we should lock you up too.
Yeah. A lot of crazy fucking women are making a lot of excuses. A lot of excuses. Speaking of crazy women, I don't even know what this one is about. I just watched this video. Or I didn't watch this video. I just saw that it was a woman crying and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be gold for the show." I don't even know what it's about. I'm playing with fire here, guys, cuz this could be nudity and I could get the whole stream taken down. So I'm taking we're gambling, folks. We're going to see what this one is, but it starts off, we can see it's a woman crying. So it's going to be a whole batch of crazy. And I'll tell you, I'm turned on. I see women who are batshit crazy. Hey, Lindsay Clancy, if she walks, she's got a chance with Skipper. I like the crazy women. They will do more. I'm such an asshole.
Guys, I actually feel so dumb sometimes, like, ever since, like, me and my ex-husband, like, that's just, like, all I want, like, in the sense of, like, I just want, like, a forever. I don't want to be fucking, like, dating like that, and I feel so stupid. Every guy, since my ex-husband, I'm like, I don't know, I just tell them, like, right out, like, I'm not trying to date like that, like, if you don't want to do, like, long-term. And all these faggots, I hate them.
Oh, so you left a good husband because you thought you could level up. And what you're finding is none of these guys want you long term. She can't walk. Yeah, that's a good point. Georgie in here with the fucking one-liners. She can't walk. Oh my god, that's funny. And I am seeing Georgie's unhinged comments, and I am making a choice to not choose violence today. Hey, Ava, shouldn't you be in school? Today is Ava's first day of school. I hope you have fun today. I told Grandma to walk you in to your class. That tends to happen when you jump out a window, right? She was trying to kill herself. She was. Why am I in my pajamas? Every day that I do this show, I'm in my pajamas. These are new ones. When you see me doing the show, and most days in my t-shirt and boxers. Some days I'll throw on some basketball shorts. Aren't all her comments unhinged? I want to disagree with you, TC. I want to disagree. Let's go back to crazy lady here.
All of them telling me they love me. All of them telling me they want to have babies and be my fucking husband. All of them, you guys.
So here's what this woman, she's telling us. She is sexable. She is not lovable. And she had a guy who loved her and was going to spend the rest of his life with her. And she walked out of the marriage. Guarantee you, she was the one that divorced. The statistics, women initiate divorce way more than men. Boy, answer me or you are in trouble. Yeah. Oh, I will not be in trouble, young lady. Oh, I swear to God, if my niece doesn't end up taking over my show when she gets old enough, I don't know, because she is, as you can see, she is a personality. You don't want me to. I'm guessing that you sleep nude, TC. You seem like the type. I'm cruising for a bruising. But yeah, this chick is just nuts. Like, ladies, if you left the marriage, there's not going to be like you realize you're broken. Like, that is how guys see you. Like, we understand, yeah, there are some men out there who are abusive. There are sometimes, but there's a lot of women who, like this woman, who are just stepping out because they're looking to level up. It's a big thing. If you don't believe me, start signing prenups. And you mentioned a prenup, and women, what do you think I am? We need to start normalizing prenups. I'll tell you this, I'm not getting married again without a prenup. I'm not going through another fight of a divorce. I'm okay getting married again, but there will be a prenup. Why? Because if it fails, I'm not going through all this. I am not being mean. I'm just being truthful. And I'm tired of women making excuses for the bad behavior of other women. This dummy right here, as an example, she now has a revolving door of men looking to bang her, and she's unhappy that she's going through her hoe phase, and is now upset that no one men know that you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Just lying to me, ruining my fucking nervous system, and I'm just like so desperate for love because my family doesn't show me any love. That I'm so stupid and I just fall for it.
Your family doesn't show you love, and you divorced a man who did. Seems to me you are becoming accountable for your own actions, lady.
And it's fine.
Is it fine?
God will help me. It's fine.
Is it fine because you're posting Instagrams of you crying? Ugly crying. So is it fine? Yeah, I'm not talking about prenups from a religious perspective. I'm talking about mainly from a civil. But technically, we had prenups in religious times because you could divorce, you could even in biblical times, but you there was a dowry, and you had the husband had to pay it back. That's the thing. Maybe we should bring back dowries. If I'm gonna marry your absolute uh, wreck of a daughter, you should have to buy me a house. Buy me a house to put up with her bullshit. Make dowries great again. That's what we need to do. And then, are you gonna marry me? I can't afford you, or your dad can't afford me as a husband. I'm gonna need a dowry. Jim Baroque, who goes online makes themselves look like a freaking idiot. Damn, a lot of women, a lot of women. There's some men who do it, not as many, not as many, and it's normally like the weak liberal men. Like, I do have a video of a man that we'll watch. In fact, I'll pull that up. I did not watch it. I just saw that he is a Marine veteran and he's talking about the Abraham Lincoln. So that's all I know about this video. Again, rolling the freaking dice. The grass is greener on the other side mentality. 100%. 100%, Cinder. So, what's funny? The news had marriage contracts back in the day. I learned about it. So my mom has a scrapbook that it would have been my great great grandmother put together, and it was in Appalachia, in Pennsylvania. And you go through the scrapbook, and there's contract marriages in there. And they're the marriages that a lot of these liberal women like to throw around talking about the patriarchy. And I'll give you an example. One was a guy who was like 60, and he was marrying a young girl age 10. Okay. Now, they're like, oh, that was such a horrible. You do realize that was not a sexual marriage. And literally, it says uh, in the article, it was so the families could combine the farms. So their neighbor, who he was a widower, his wife had died. They were trying to combine their farms, so he married their daughter. So now they will inherit the farm, be able to take care of it. They're going to take care of this guy now because he's family, and they're going to and this young girl would inherit all that land. So literally, it was not patriarchy; it was actually for the benefit of the woman. That they talk about, and I did meet a woman who was a surviving spouse from the Spanish American War. And there was one that died just like 10 years ago who was a surviving spouse of I believe the Civil War. Same thing. A child bride to a much older man, but you realize they both the women I met and this other woman, they got veteran survivor spouse benefits for the rest of their life. Like 70 years, like 60, 70 years of benefits. Like that, these were women, they had the choice to either to take the money and run, or they could have found love and gotten married again. But in the meantime, they were gonna be okay. And that's very empowering for women. But yet you got these women, they're like they see what's her name? Caroline Levitt, who is what, 28, 29, just had a baby with her husband, he's like 52. And they're like, that's disgusting. She's very successful in her own right. Very, like, she's a woman who has accomplished things. Instead, they're gonna say, "Oh, look at Michelle Obama and Hillary Clinton. Those women didn't accomplish shit. They rode the backs of their husbands." Carolyn Levitt, I don't think she got her job because of her husband. She just fell in love with an older man, and they have a very good. She's now going to be, I believe, a stay-at-home mom for the most part. A prenuptial agreement says this isn't likely to last. No, I disagree with that. I disagree with that. It says if this doesn't last, it if this doesn't last, here's what happens, and it takes the courts out of the equation. It really does, and that's what we should be doing. 100%. Family courts are so jacked up, so jacked up.
Want to cancel me for this? I don't care. We're going to talk about the USS Abraham Lincoln. They've been out to sea for about 250 days. There is a ship on the way to relieve them. I was in the Marine Corps for 23 years. I've been on 2 Westpacks, so I spent a lot of time on ship. No, I was never out to sea for 250 days. Normally, 90 days is considered like...
Oh, I lost... I had a... why did this do that? I was watching a thing yesterday of someone who was on the Lincoln back in 2005, and they were at sea for 290 days without any ports of call. I mean, I was in Afghanistan. Let's see. Most people were in Afghanistan like over 8 months before they got R&R. That's the same as what the Abraham Lincolns had.
Cancel me for this? I don't care. We're going to talk about the USS Abraham Lincoln. They've been out to sea for about 250 days. There is a ship on the way to relieve them. I was in the Marine Corps for 23 years. I've been on 2 Westpacks, so I spent a lot of time on ship. No, I was never out to sea for 250 days. Normally, 90 days is considered like the suck. And when that happens, you're supposed to have a beer day, which basically means, you get 2 beers per,
Jesus, they're getting beers. I didn't get beers. Even when we were going through Menace in Kyrgyzstan, we didn't get beers.
Service member. And some of the ones I was a part of, we would have a steel beach, which basically just meant we were having a barbecue and some, lax time. Here's where I got a problem, is with all the people on social media, the news is sensationalizing this shit. And I hate to break it to everybody, this is the job. I'm not saying they should be particularly...
Dude, he is 100% right. This is the job. This is the job. I had so much fun in Afghanistan. And you want to know why? Because I was doing my job. I didn't have to worry about all the other bullshit. I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm focusing on. I didn't have to worry about a Marine beating up his wife, getting a DUI, like all that other bullshit that you have to deal with as a military leader. You just do your job. I feel bad for the Marines on that ship. You want to know why? Because they're not doing their job. All they're doing is PTing and maybe taking some training. Like, their job is security, and they're not doing much security, guaranteed. Feel bad for those guys. But even with them, I'm like, oh, you're not getting vegetables? Oh, darn. Suck it the fuck up and do your fucking job. There were times where I ate MREs day after day after day. Now, when I became a logistics officer and Marines in my unit would be out in the field, I made sure if I could send them hot chow, I was sending them hot chow, because that is morale, if you can do it. But the thing is, the mission comes first. And that's what none of these people are talking about. Like, everything, like, you make sure they get fed. They're getting some type of sustenance. It's not going to be steak and lobster. It's probably not even going to be hamburgers and fries. But you know what? Eat your chow and get back to fucking work. Why? Because that's the contract you signed. The exact same reason that people like Caleb Hammer are upset that people like me get VA disability, that's the contract that we signed. Honor the contract. And that goes both ways. Both fucking ways.
Happy about it, but that's the job. And there's a lot of people, a lot of them, who would love to be alive. They're no longer alive and be living on that ship. And let me tell you something, being in country is a lot different than being on ship. I would pick ship 10 out of 10 times. Ship life, 10 out of 10
Yep.
all day. In Korea, guys were freezing to death. For months, the only thing they had to eat were Tootsie Rolls. Yes, Tootsie Rolls. It was 35 to 45 degrees below.
They had to put the frozen Tootsie Rolls in their mouth and hold them in their mouth for like a minute before they fully defrosted before they could eat them. That literally happened.
Below zero. In Vietnam, the average infantryman saw combat for 240 days in the jungles of Southeast Asia. You ever been in the jungles of Southeast Asia? There's no air conditioning, I can tell you that. Not to mention the 60 to 80 pounds that they were carrying on their backs doing foot patrols. And also the danger of...
I love the people. Oh, there's mold. Yeah. You want to know why? Because they're not fucking cleaning. Everything in a ship is plastic or stainless steel. And they do it that way so it all can be cleaned very easily. Because when you're on a ship, all you fucking do is clean. There is no drywall. So, like, it's one thing. If you're in a barracks and there's mold, you can't take down the drywall and clean behind it. Like, that's where the mold in barracks becomes a problem. This is on a ship. If there's mold, it's because they're not cleaning or not cleaning well.
Not living. Or what about on Peleliu in 1944? Marines fought on solid coral rock. They couldn't even dig foxholes. And it was 115 degrees. And the water they got was delivered in contaminated oil drums. What about Iraq? Operation Phantom Fury, 2004. Those guys were out there on 48 to 72-hour clearance cycles. No sleep. They were living off of stripped MREs and water that you as cold as you could get it in 100 to 125 degree weather. Again, just trying to live. And if you're out there and you are Iraq, Afghanistan veteran, I want to hear the conditions you lived under, because the shit's not easy. There's a lot of active duty and veterans that have gone through a lot of hard shit.
Well, the sailors are complaining. Yeah, and Camp Leatherneck, Afghanistan was a pretty good life. And I still had people complaining. We had an officer show up to our company gunny and was like, "Well, my mattress is dirty." And he's like, "Fucking clean it then. What do you want from us? Like, we've got Marines out here in sleeping bags they dug foxholes so they could put their sleeping bag and sleep in that. And you're bitching that your fucking mattress is dirty? Shut the fuck up and go clean your fucking mattress." There you go.
And I don't wish this on the USS Abraham Lincoln, but where I get a little confused over here is how we focused in on this. And I know I sound like an asshole, but I've never heard anybody cry any tears.
I'll address this real quick. I do agree with you. I do agree with you, TC. My ex-wife cheated with a much higher ranking Marine who she is still with today. I could have forgiven that. I don't forgive a lot of the actions that occurred. I could forgive the infidelity. I could have forgiven that. I know, like, I've been cheated on by other women, okay, in my life. I have forgiven them. And I would say I do forgive my ex-wife for cheating on me. And I did not initiate the divorce. So there you go.
For any of the stuff I already mentioned. And like I said, I'm sure I'll get canceled for this. If I was on the Lincoln, I'd keep my head up and keep PTing every day. And yeah, it's shitty, but you know what?
Here's the thing. The Lincoln is going to leave the Strait of Hormuz, and it's going to go to Diego Garcia. It's going to go to Italy. It's going to go to Rota, Spain. It's going to get a whole big retrofit and everything. And those sailors are going to get some great shore leave. That's going to be the prize. They need to stop bitching about the hard stuff that leads up to it. Shut up. Your reward will come. They get better liberty than any other service.
But I'm alive. And that's just how I feel about it. U.S. Marine. Let me know what you think in the comments.
So yeah, I agree with that guy. Had not seen that. I was really risking with that one. I wanted to show this with TC on this weekend. This one's real short, so I'll just do it really quickly. It's
reasons I didn't seek a second term as governor. You know how much money I was making?
Probably $2,000 a week. How much? 25?
No, I'll tell you exactly. Okay, the governor got paid $120,000 a year.
Okay, so about
All
2,000
right.
a week.
so about 2,000 a week. So yeah, what's his name? Theo was right.
Now they're going to take taxes out.
Right.
Okay, well, I also get deducted mileage for the official governor's car unless during the workday. So
Remember, this is why he did not run for a second term.
to and from the Capitol, I have to pay for it till I get to the Capitol. So I went to them and said, well, okay, I'll drive my private car to the Capitol and then I'll get in the governor's car and I won't get docked money. Public safety comes in, it's a catch-22. You can't do that. Why? Well, that's the car with all the protection and the radios and all this. So they make you ride in the car and then charge you for it.
Oh, damn.
And it don't end there.
I fucking hate Jesse Ventura. This guy's such a douche.
The governor's
Uber.
residence, every meal that me and my family ate there was deducted from my paycheck. I had to turn in weekly things on how many meals were served to me and my family at the governor's
So you had to pay for your food like every other American?
residence unless it was official state business. So that would get deducted. It ended up, okay, get ready. Now I'm in charge of a $16 billion budget, right? I was clearing at best 60 grand a year. Now, Jesse Ventura has
This guy is such, he, like you said, Greg, he's such a douchebag. Like, you should not be, like, what did he expect, to get rich off the people? No, it's public service. You're a public servant. And this is very standard. The president has to do this. Okay? I had to introduce Ventura at a Defend the Guard rally a few years ago. He's a douchebag. He is a fucking douchebag, and I'll say that to his face. He thinks he acts like this big tough guy too. That's why you didn't run for a second term. This is him telling on himself. So he wasn't serving for the people of Minnesota. He was serving for himself and for his own ego. And when he wasn't making money off it, I have a problem with politicians should be able to make some money off their office, a little bit now, but it's gone way too crazy with people like Pelosi and whatnot. He just wasn't as smart as them. And you have to understand where a lot of these politicians, where they make the money, is the money comes from their campaigns, because those campaign funds are restricted for how they can take donations and pay for their campaign stuff. But once the campaign is done, that money opens up. And that's where they hire their wife and their kids for no-show jobs. That's how it happens. And it's campaign money. That's really where, when you're asking, how does Bernie Sanders have 3 mansions? That's how. And you notice there's a lot of politicians who don't think they should insider trade, and I think, okay, that's fair. I'm okay. I think there should be some limits to their ability to insider trade, but if they want to do away with it, I'm good with that. But that's not where these politicians are getting rich. It is not. They're getting rich off their campaigns. That's money. See, you donate to a campaign, they can also take campaign money from corporations and nonprofits. You should not be donating to a nonprofit that's making political campaign money. You shouldn't. That should be illegal. Absolutely should be illegal. But The hard part with a lot of these, when you pass these laws, how do you enforce it? And, Citizen United, oh, corporations are people. They've always been people. Southern Pacific v. Santa Clara County, 1890. Corporations were determined to be people back then. All Citizens United did was say, because they're people, they have a right to the First Amendment. But Ventura, like, all he's doing is bitching. This guy is the biggest fucking whiner I have seen. All he does is bitch. And he never has any good ideas. He really was not that good of a governor in Minnesota. There's nothing that he did that I could be like, oh, that was a great thing for the state. He just did okay. He was just a body in the seat. That's how it is a lot of times. That's in Ohio. That's how DeWine is. DeWine doesn't really do anything for the people. I'm glad to see he's getting pushed out. Here in California, yeah, Newsom kept his winery open during COVID. Every other winery had to close. His stayed open. So, yeah, Ventura, you were just dumber than everyone else who had that job. And you paying for all that shit, like, why are you bitching about it? That is standard. It's freaking standard. What a loser. Politicians shouldn't get paid at all. I mean, there's something to be said for that. There is. Car registration lowered because of him. That's it. That's a small thing. All right, guys. I got to get going. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakening at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey there, Veteran Nation fans. I am talking to you today because I have teamed up with a company that's dedicated to supporting veterans. What they do is they help you gather all the medical evidence that you're going to need to submit a VA disability claim. Now, it's all that is designed to help you get the benefits that you have earned. Right now, more than 17 million veterans don't have their full benefits. And if that sounds something familiar, either for yourself or a family member, now is the time to act. With this company, what they offer is free consultations with the medical team so they can figure out how they can best help you. And what they provide is board certified doctors with experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical documentation for both physical and mental conditions. And the services that they provide include nexus letters, telehealth evaluations, DBQs, TDIU, aid in attendance, and so much more. What you're going to do is you're going to click the link that's in the description of this video and sign up for a free consultation. Make sure you do me a favor, share this, and also tag a veteran. Let's help more people get every single thing that they have earned.